like 10 seconds to open up this door. I swear to God, I'm gonna break this door. I'm cold. 10. Open this fucking door. Oh, come on, mom. Come on, mom. Bitch, I been knew how to count, ho. Show 4 out of that. Dad do that.
You can open the door.
Bitch, get this from my mouth. I'm gonna open up this door because I'm not playing. All I fucking know is y'all better open it. I'm not playing.
You know how to count. You have hands. Open the door.
Open up this door before we break this bitch.
Break it. Go ahead.
I'm finna break something up in this bitch. On God, I'm finna. You guys must be dumb. I would like that for a 10 with y'all. Do not play with it.
You can like that, but you can't open the door.
Do not play with it. Open this door, I'll trash it.
You can open it.
I will trash this off.
I'm closed. All right, we're sorry.
Open this door. Open it.
Yo, what up, y'all? I'm back with another video. And this one is probably going to hit hard, but it's the truth. See, a lot of people like to point fingers and they like to try to throw ad hominem attacks towards you whenever you are speaking the truth. Why? Because the truth hurts and we all know that. And they do not want to deal with the fact that it hit them so hard and they cannot refute your argument. Whatever you say, they cannot refute it. And so they try to throw ad hominem attacks to try to make you feel bad about yourself so that you believe that you're losing the argument when in fact you're not. And so the video you saw earlier of these young men, these young boys, it's messed up, isn't it? I'm pretty sure you thought the same thing when you seen it. Because as I watched that video, I wondered where these young men, these young boys, these young males, these boys that are supposed to grow up to be masculine men, where their fathers are. Because we can clearly see that there are no men in the picture. You want to know how I know? Because whenever a young man gets in trouble, who does he want to come rescue him? It's usually his dad, right? If his father's in his life, he wants his dad to come and rescue him. Why? Because his dad is the masculine figure. His dad is supposed to jump in front of the bullet. His dad is supposed to be the one to jump into the river, into the ocean to save him if he's drowning. He doesn't look for his mom to save him. But what does that young man in the video, who does he call for? Who does he call for? His mother. Isn't that what he said? Call my mama, call my mama. And he repeated it over and over again. Call my mama, call my mama. Why? Because his mother is going to come into that store and she is going to coddle him. That's exactly what she's going to do. See, she's going to blame the store personnel. She's going to blame the employees of the store. She's going to blame the actual store itself for her sons going into that store dressed the way that they're dressed, in their pajamas. Yeah, she's going to blame the store personnel for her sons stealing. And y'all saw how much they stole. They blatantly have no regard for authority at all. They have no regard for authority. That's another reason you know that their fathers are not in their lives, because men instill what in their sons? They instill the hierarchy that men abide by, because we all abide by a hierarchy. As men, we understand that you have other men who are leaders, you have men who are at the top, men who are in the middle, and men who are at the bottom. That's just how it is. When men play, what do? We set hierarchies. We know that the game is controlled by a certain person. We know that a certain person is able to do a certain task that others may not do. But see, when it comes to women dealing with this, it's different. It is very different. And so these young men, they have no regard for hierarchy at all. They have no respect for authority. Men, fathers, we instill this in our sons. We teach them about authority, because you have to do what? I don't care if you're a leader. You always have to be able to follow someone. You have to be able to follow someone and learn. You have to be able to take instructions. These young men cannot take any type of instruction at all. The first thing that they did was lash out at these store employees. They lashed out with attitudes. Look how they're carrying those bags. Did you look at that? Did you see how they were carrying those bags? Yeah, you saw how they were carrying them like women. This is how I know their fathers are not in their lives. The way that they were dressed, walking into that store in their pajamas. First of all, my son would never walk outside in his pajamas to go to a store. He would never do that. No, especially not a son that lives in the same household as I do. This is why it's important for you fathers, you men, to be in these kids' lives. And so the men that are out here having 8, 9, 10 different kids, and you think that you can actually raise these kids the very same, you cannot, because you cannot be in 8 different places at the same time. You cannot separate the amount of attention that these kids need. You can't separate yourself. You can't split yourself up. This isn't a movie. And so in order for you to be able to teach these kids properly, to teach these kids how to be young adults, how to grow up to be young adults, guess what you have to do? You have to actually be in the home. This is why I'm stressing that us as men, we need to start doing better as well. It's not just on women. We need to start doing better for ourselves as men, as leaders, because you cannot call yourself a leader and not have anything to lead. You want a family, right? That's what most men do. They want a family, and most men will give up anything and everything for a family. Most men will work and bust their ass to provide for their families. And so in order for you to get that family, you need to do what? You need to work on yourself, because teaching these kids how to be adults, how to be functioning adults in society takes what? It takes a lot of work. And it's not just the mother that can do it, and it's not just the father that can do it. It actually takes both. That's why we need to practice staying together, sticking together. But people are not doing that anymore. And so we have this epidemic of young boys that are growing up in single mother homes and doing what? They are acting exactly like these kids. Their disposition was disgusting to me. I'm sorry, it was. To see these boys act the way that they were acting, it's disgusting to me. It's very feminine. It's giving woman, isn't it? Go back and watch that clip. You will see exactly what I am talking about. From their language, the way they're talking, the sound of their voices, everything said woman. And that's how you know they are learning from their mothers. There's another video that I saw where a young girl, she stuck a piece of candy in her pocket and walked out the store with it. But her father was with her and he seen this. Guess what he did? He made her go right back into the store and give the candy back. He made her apologize for it. And so when he came back out into the car, this was at a gas station. When he came back out into the car with his daughter, guess what the mother said? The mother asked him what happened, and he told her. Then the next thing you would never guess, the next thing she asked him is, why did you make her do that? And the father had to explain to her why he made his daughter go back into the store. It's the principle of it. It's the principle of it. Even though she walked out the store with the candy bar in her pocket and they did not catch her, it's still the principle of it. And I understand why this father did this. But the mother, she was asking him, why did you do this? Why did you have her go back into the store? Because the mother would have allowed it. See, y'all have to understand something. This is why the male, female, father, mother dynamic is so important in order to have a family, have a functioning family. This is why it's important to have both, because the mother, who is more nurturing than anything, is not going to be the disciplinarian. That's usually not the case. It's usually not the case. And so the father, who's the disciplinarian, he is the one that is going to step in and teach these kids how to be functioning adults the logical way. The logical way. The mother is the nurturer. Yes, she's more feelings. She will feel. She will be empathetic towards those kids. But the father, he is the opposite. You need the opposite, just like you need up and down. Right? Just like you need day and night. We need these things. We need the total opposites. That's why it's important for men and women to stick together. I will not stop telling y'all this, and I'm going to keep saying it until it hits hard, until y'all understand exactly what I am saying, because we need to stick together. If we don't, we are going to have an epidemic of kids who are exactly like these young boys. And I'm not even going to get on the young girls yet. I will make that's a separate video. I'm not even going to get on the young girls and how they've been acting, but y'all see how these young boys are acting. It's disgusting. And I cannot believe that we are allowing these young boys to grow up like this. Where's their fathers? Where are their fathers? I need to know that. I would love to know that. Where are their fathers? And I'm pretty sure their fathers are probably disgusted by seeing that video. Oh, and did I also mention that the mother came out? She came out and made a public speech about her sons getting caught in that store and being in that video. After the video started circulating online, the mother came out and made a public comment about it. And do you know what she was saying? Of course she was taking up for her boys. That's what mothers do because they are empathetic towards their kids. But a father, again, does what? A father instills discipline within their kids, within their children. So if you don't have the fathers in the household, guess what? They're going to turn out exactly like that. And one more video that I would like to share with y'all that I've seen, yes, I've seen it with my own eyes, was a mother who had her 2 boys stealing out of a Target. Those boys had bags filled. They had bags filled to the brim, and she had a buggy filled with stuff, and they were walking out, and then the store personnel stopped them, and guess what? She pulled out a gun on them. Now you have to think about something. She's doing this in front of these young boys. What do you think these young boys are going to do? What do you think they're learning? You tell me the type of influence that that mother has on them to pull a gun out on a store employee because she's stealing? These kids are, of course, going to think that this is right. And again, they don't have fathers in their lives. Their fathers are not in their lives. So men, I plead with y'all, you have to understand something. If we don't do something about this right now, by the time that you and I are gone, these kids are going to be lost because they are being taught only by their mothers, and they don't have any type of person in their lives who is going to instill the moral values that they must have in order to be functioning adults in society. Until next time.
If you like this video, like, share, and subscribe to the channel for more content.